Hi everybody, Kitsune over here. I am doing just a quick short with these lovelies. I don't believe I gave the name of them when I introduced having them, but these are the Cooze Devil Horns series. These are the 1/8 size bodies in light red and light gray. I have received them from Kika Goods. These little darlings, of course, come with extra hands and extra tail and a change of chest. So if you want them to be a little bustier, you can, which is, I believe, what I'm going to do with these. So let me go ahead and get this one apart, which is already working on it for me. And let's string this on. First we got to get this part off. There is a little hook holder on the front of these. So when you bring your hook up, you can actually hook around this. In order to put this chest on, I not only have to release this part, I also have to release the arms. And I do not know yet, because I've not taken one apart yet, if the arms are a separate string from the body, or if they did the whole circuit. I'm about to find out. And one of the things I need is a little something to catch that with. Actually, this little piece of wire might be thin enough to do it. Also, to keep things a little bit easier for me, I'm going to want something to grab things with just in case. So let's do a quick, actually, I'm going to pull this up first. Catch the cord. And remove the hook. And down in we go. It seems, yes, the arms are included on that loop. Now this one has hooks on their hands as well. I'm only releasing this side for the moment. Make sure when you lay these down, lay them down in order and keep the opposite arms separate from one another, or you're not going to figure out which way they go back on too easily. It is a little bit difficult sometimes, depending on the doll. Alright, so this comes out this way. And it seems, no, these are separate. Okay, there we are. Keep that arm there. There's the old chest, and so I don't lose them, just do that. So it will very likely be easiest for me to run the arms back through first. So that's what I'm going to do. And I do see a point of potential concern. Is that going to hold? Where's my magnifier? Okay, maybe it's glued, maybe it's sewn. I can't really tell, it's very small. But I'm going to take the chance and trust it. And if it turns out to be untrustworthy, I'm going to find out pretty quick. So using this guy right here, let's get it threaded back through. If you're wondering, this is just the little tie wrap I'm using here. If you have a really thin one, it's going to fit through the holes, go for it. It will make your life easier. Otherwise, you can use a piece of ribbon, just anything. If you don't have one of these hooks, which if you want one, I got that from Dollar Tree. They're pretty cheap. It's for picking out vinyl. If you don't have something like this, you can use pretty much any kind of thing. You can even use like a popsicle stick to hold that through. It just, for me, this is stronger than the wood, so if it turned out that this was really tight elastic, I know this isn't going to break. Okay, so next thing we have is the shoulder. It's going on rather swimmingly. And I've got the upper arm. The tiny little elbow joint. Come on, you can make it. The forearm. Hi, baby. Yeah, I know you're down there. Mommy, little boy. Oh, yeah. Give him scratches. Now, pull this on through. I need the hook and the hand. Let that rest a second. Now these tiny little hooks, if they come out like mine did, and you got old eyes like mine, it's a challenge. If you got small, nimble fingers and good young eyes, it's not such a big deal. But a pair of needle nose pliers is your friend in the case of a lot of these. And this little hook is important because if you want to change out your hands, that's what you got to use to do it. Get a hold of this down low. Pull this tight. And, oops, come on. Let me hook. You're hooked on. I can remove the wire. Just like that, she's got her arms back. Now, let's get this attached to her torso. You can see I've still got her held up right here. Stretch that up a little bit. And get this on. And let the stringing begin. You know what, in this case, I think we're going to leave that in there, because that might give me a little more leeway. Let's see if I have enough reach, if I can get around that other elastic. This is a tight little space, so that might be a little bit more of a challenge to doing this one than you would have with a larger doll. There we go. I'm just going to peek out. Once again, sometimes your needle nose are going to be your best friend. Okay, hold that. Now we're ready to get the head reattached. Start with a hook. You want to catch both cords. Needle nose again. There we are. Got her caught. I can remove this wire. Now we've got this piece, which, if you recall, tucks into the front. Yes, I believe it does. It might go this way. We'll see. You just bring the hook up and give it a twist, and that will fully secure the neck piece. Yeah, I am pretty sure I had it going that way, but let's try it this way. Maybe it is supposed to go like that. Kind of hard to tell. We'll start here. I believe that is correct. Yes. As you can see, you can actually reach up in there and do her eyes. Here's the back of her head. And there she is with her new bust. Now, after having gone through all of these, there's no need for a tutorial on how to change their hands, because of course you've seen how to remove the hands and put them back on. All you have to do is make sure you slip that hook into one of these little holes and your new hand is on there. Anytime you want, of course, you can switch back to the original bust, or maybe if you want them to be a little more boyish or younger, you can just leave them on the original bust that way too. Anyway, guys, thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Make some comments down below and let me know. Do you have any questions on these? Do you have any thoughts? And thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.